Alright, hey guys, remember CCG back in the video. With this video, we're bringing you guys a TG deck profile. So let's get started. I run 1 copy of Nibiru. This is just a target for Crossout Designator. 3 copies of Diabella Star. So this is like the little engine that I'm running in the deck. This just makes it more consistent for getting out TG Rocket Salamander, because you can use Diabella Star here in order to get the original Sinful Spoils. And then with Snake Eye, original Sinful Spoil Snake Eye, you can actually special summon out a level 1 Fire 1 monster from your hand or deck. And of course, the perfect target for that is Rocket Salamander. So the same reason why I run this in the Infernoid build, we're going to be running this here with TG. And then I run 2 copies of TG Screw Serpent. So this is just a great monster. You're going to see there's like a 1-card combo you could do with Rocket Salamander, where you're just going to be able to get out Crew Serpent, bring it out. It just works really well with the deck, and 2 copies I think is pretty solid. Werewolf, pretty easy to get out, and it's also a unique like level 3 non-tuner for the deck. So that's pretty great, just because it gives you some more access to different levels. 3 copies of Ash Blossoms, just a hand trap choice. 3 copies of Rocket Salamander, so this is definitely a 3 of. This card is insane, and it's going to be what enables you to do all these crazy combos that you guys are going to see in the combo video. Just an overall amazing card, and that's why we're running the Diabella Star engine. Where you don't even have to run Diabella Star engine, but I just want to increase the possibilities of me seeing this card, just because it enables you to do the crazy play. 2 copies of Gear Zombie. So Gear Zombie is just another level 1 tuner that you're able to special summon out from your hand. You're going to see that we have something like Booster Raptor and Drillfish that are just level 1 monsters that you can get out onto the board. And then Tank Rub here is going to be your other tuner level 1 monster. But of course, you're not able to special summon this card out. You're going to be using things like Rocket Salamander in order to get it out. 1 copy of Effect Veiler is going to just be your target for Crossout. 3 copies of Break Limiter, so this card is insane. Being able to discard a card to search out 2 TG monsters, solid. And you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 TG monster in your grave, shuffle it into the deck, or if you control a machine TG monster, you can add it to your hand instead. So just a card that provides amazing value. 3 copies of Bonfire, again, just Rocket Salamander. So you can definitely, if you want, just cut out like the Diabella Star and run like different like out of engine things if you want, maybe stack it up with more hand traps. But you definitely just want cards that are going to be increasing the consistency of seeing Rocket Salamander. And that's why I'm running this in tandem with Diabella Star. And then Sinful Spoils, this is just the main reason. Rocket Salamander, Called by the Grave, just hand traps, 2 copies of Crossout Designator. We have enough targets of hand traps that this card is probably going to be relevant. 3 copies of the Sinful Spoils Hunter Fiend. This is what's going to search out the Diabella Star monster. 2 copies of TG All Clear. This card lets you normal summon again, makes all your TG monsters into machines, and then you can destroy one of your TG monsters in order to add a TG monster with a different name from your deck or grave to your hand. So a lot of searchability that this deck is able to provide. 3 copies of Imperm, another hand trap of choice, and then TG Close is going to be your spell trap monster negate that is always pretty relevant and pretty easy to get, because you can do something like using our level 2 TG Mighty Striker here. When it's sent to the grave, you can pitch the TG Close, and then you can use something here like Glaive Blaster. When a card is banished, you can get close, put it back onto the board. Alright guys, before I go to the extra deck, if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get started here. So I run 1 copy of Glaive Blaster. Honestly, I'd prefer to run 2 copies of it, and if you can find space for it, go for it. But definitely just the 1 copy here is what I decided to run for. Glaive Blaster is amazing. You're able to banish a bunch of cards, and it just enables a lot of combos, as you're going to see in the combo video. 1 copy of Halberd Cannon. It's going to be able to negate a summon, so that can be pretty interesting if you're able to get out. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity, as you saw with Infernoids, this is just an amazing card, and you just want to get this card out using Crimson Dragon, or you can hard summon it as well, because we do have something like TG over Dragner that's actually a dragon dark monster, a Dragon Dark Synchro, as you can see, a non-tuner Dark Dragon Synchro monster. So you can just hard summon it like that. You're going to see both ways in the combo videos. And then 1 copy of Shooting Star Dragon TGX. It is a way of negating a monster effects that are actually target a monster you control. Then we have TG Glaive Blaster. This is what's going to enable you to go into the Crimson Dragon, but also can be a spell trap target negate. Then we have TG Hyper Librarian. So this card, you're going to be able to draw a bunch of cards just because you're synchro summoning a lot. Power Gladiator, it's more of a level 5 monster that you can get out. 2 copies of TG over Dragner. This card is pretty insane, just because you're able to just fill up your field with a bunch of TG monsters, just as many as you can. So a lot of the ways you're going to be doing this is that you'd like to summon this guy in your extra monster zone, just so you can fill up your board with more monsters. 1 copy of TG Star Guardian. This card does a lot. You're able to synchro summon during your opponent's turn. You're able to use this card to add a TG monster from your grave to your hand. And then you can summon a TG monster from your hand So a lot of value that this card provides. Then 2 copies of TG Mighty Striker. Same thing as Star Guardian here, just going to be able to use this in order to synchro summon during your opponent's turn. And then when this card is synchro summoned, you can add a TG spell from your deck to your hand. And if it's sent from the monster zone to the grave, you can send a TG card from your deck to the grave. So some relevant targets could be TG Close, or we can have a TG Screw Serpent, or if you want even TG Break Limiter, could be interesting little targets for you to choose. And then 1 copy of TG Reciprocal Dragonfly. This enables you to have another level 2 non-tuner if you need that, but it can also work as just a way of getting a bunch of, like if you're able to target another TG monster, synchro monster you control, you can send to the grave. Then if all the synchro monsters that were used for his synchro summon are in the grave, you can special summon all of them, so you can switch up your plays a little bit after summoning this card. And then TG Trident Launcher is able to summon 3 TG monsters from your hand, deck, and 1 from your grave. So you can fill up your board with a bunch of monsters. It's pretty insane. You're going to see in the combo video just what this card enables you to do. And now for the side deck, here I have 1 copy of TG Rush Rhino. It's just a level 4 TG monster if you want to consider running that, but definitely doesn't really provide a lot of value outside of that, just because it's not able to special summon itself out. TG Striker is just a monster for you to consider if you want to be able to get a level 2 tuner. Then 1 copy of TG Glaive Blaster if you want the extra copy. Dark Ruler No More is what I read in my previous build, but decided to cut it. And then the 3rd copy of Crossout Designator. So again, if you want to cut out the Diabella Star, definitely like include that extra copy of Crossout, add in some more hand traps, maybe add some Pot of Prosperity or something like that, just so you can search things out. Pot of Prosperity could be a little tough just because, you know, you do need a lot of the monsters on in the extra deck, because you're just going to be summoning a bunch of monsters all at once. That is one thing to consider. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the combos video. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.